My cherished child, the atmosphere surrounding you has transformed in ways that even you may not have initially perceived. Yet, those who harbor doubts about you sense this shift before anyone else. Your silence unnerved their confidence, and your unwavering focus laid bare their insecurities. They observed you closely, hoping to witness your downfall. However, when they realized that you were not faltering, their astonishment morphed into fear. Subtle whispers grew louder, and their eyes scrutinized your every action. Suddenly, those who once mocked your journey found themselves contemplating how you accomplished what they never expected. A new tide has emerged around you, and the universe is heralding your name with an intensity that has caught your detractors off guard. They believed you were floundering, unaware that you were in fact evolving. They thought you were stationary, while you were meticulously charting your course, something they lacked the patience to comprehend. Now, as your brilliance begins to shine brighter than their doubts, they are scrambling to unravel the enigma of your ascent. The reality is straightforward: you did not seek validation, you pursued mastery, and this decision alone sent tremors through them. Every silent step you took crafted a reality they could never have envisioned. This moment transcends mere success; it symbolizes the dissolution of their illusions and the emergence of your authentic power. Their surprise does not stem from an overnight transformation, but rather from their failure to recognize that you always possessed genius, blind to it until now. Your mind operates on frequencies they cannot decipher, your perseverance vibrates at a level beyond their grasp, and your destiny opens doors they cannot even locate. Those who previously underestimated you are now replaying your moves in their minds, seeking to identify where they miscalculated. The truth remains: you were designed to rise precisely when they believed you would falter. As your path glows brighter than ever, they are left stunned, silent, and defeated solely by your brilliance. My beloved child, the moment your radiance spread beyond the confines they attempted to impose on you, something within them snapped. They could not bear how seamlessly you converted pressure into progress, how quietly you transformed setbacks into strategies. They anticipated your collapse, mistakenly interpreting your composure as weakness. In reality, you were honing your vision while they sharpened their doubts. Witnessing your ascendancy with unmatched force has left them in a tumultuous state. A new truth now haunts them: you are not merely rising, you are ascending with purpose. Your aura has become unpredictable, your growth unmatched, and your energy unparalleled. The same individuals who previously dismissed your aspirations are now surreptitiously analyzing your progression, trying to decipher how you outsmarted every limitation they imposed upon you. Their confusion is palpable, their fear is genuine, and their envy erupts through the fabricated narratives they constructed about you. Deep down, they recognize what you have become: an entity beyond their control, impervious to their influence. Your journey now reverberates in realms you have yet to explore, and your name travels ahead of you with an intensity they cannot silence. They failed to believe you would reach this point, and that disbelief has morphed into their greatest regret. Their shock is not coincidental; it is the result of your dedication, brilliance, and unwavering determination when circumstances sought to diminish your flame. Stand resolute, for your ascent shows no signs of slowing. Every stride forward serves as a reminder to them that you were always a genius, even if they failed to recognize it until it was too late. My beloved child, the energy surrounding you has intensified to the degree that even those who once attempted to impede your progress can no longer overlook it. They sense the shift every time your name is uttered, every time you enter a space, and every time your advancements resonate louder than their doubts. They never anticipated your resurgence would be so sharp, so calculated, and so relentless. Those who once whispered of your failures are now covertly monitoring your every step, striving to decipher how you transformed every injury into wisdom and each obstacle into motivation. Your metamorphosis is unfathomable to them, it is terrifying. They cannot comprehend how someone they presumed finished suddenly emerged as the most unstoppable force in their reality. They mistook your silence for weakness, but it was calculated strategy. They perceived your patience as surrender, while it was diligent preparation. Now, observing your rise with clarity, confidence, and precision, they recognize that they misread you from the outset. You were never broken, you were merely in the process of becoming. The truth that now ignites their thoughts is simple: you have outgrown every trap they set for you. Your vision has grown clearer, your heart more resilient, and your destiny resounds louder than their opinions. They cannot harm you now, not because you fled, but because you elevated to a level beyond their reach. Your brilliance reflects their insecurities, and that is why they are left astonished and bewildered, unable to fathom how you evolved into the genius they failed to recognize. My beloved child, an unprecedented intensity envelopes your journey, and those who once ridiculed your path now find themselves overshadowed by your brilliance, struggling to comprehend your remarkable ascent. They never anticipated you would rise so rapidly, so powerfully, and so unwaveringly. They presumed you would lose focus, buckle under pressure, or surrender when faced with challenges. Instead, you activated an inner strength they never believed you possessed. Now, every action you take serves as a reminder that your brilliance was not a mere coincidence, it was destiny unfolding in silence. Their astonishment has morphed into a deeper realization: you were never in competition with them, but rather, with your past self. They now perceive the sharpness in your gaze, the composed confidence in your energy, and the unstoppable momentum in your actions. You are no longer who you once were, and that transformation resounds louder than any praise or validation. They feel threatened because you have become everything they sought to convince you you would never achieve. You did not collapse under pressure. Instead, you became a masterpiece refined by it. Their thoughts are restless, replaying past instances when they underestimated or trivialized you, or when they sought to stifle your potential. They struggle to comprehend how someone they easily cast aside has emerged as someone they cannot ignore. Your presence has evolved into a storm of brilliance they cannot evade, and your rise symbolizes the universe's unwavering support of you. You were never meant to remain small, you were destined to astonish every critic who doubted your genius. This moment marks only the onset of their downfall and your relentless ascent. My beloved child, the universe has begun to reverberate your name in arenas you never envisioned. This echo stands as the most resounding reminder to your detractors that your rise is no mere happenstance. They bear witness to a version of you that does not bend, break, or yield, not even for a moment. Every step you take sends tremors through their confidence, for they never thought someone they sought to silence could metamorphose into an individual the world cannot help but watch. Your brilliance is not simply visible, it is undeniable, unstoppable, and unforgettable. They feel threatened because your success exposes the limitations of their own endeavors. Your vision is sharper than ever, your actions more defined than their opinions, and your energy exceeds their intentions. You have reached a tier where their doubts matter little because your growth has become a force they cannot outrun. They acted against you, believing you to be solitary, but they overlooked that destiny has been by your side all along. Witnessing your ascent with such precision strikes at everything they attempted to erect against you. Your journey has transformed into a narrative they never wished to confront, a narrative wherein the underdog becomes the genius, the overlooked becomes the unstoppable, and the disparaged becomes the one they now hesitate to contest. They cannot fathom how you continue to succeed without loud proclamations, how you persist without complaints, and how you shine without seeking validation. Yet this is your truth: you were molded in silence, fortified through adversity, and awakened by purpose. Now, your ascent compels every critic to confront that which they cannot control, your greatness illuminating brighter than their disbelief. My beloved child, the momentum surrounding you has intensified to the point that even those who feigned indifference can no longer evade it. Your ascent resonates through their minds, disrupting their comfort and destabilizing the illusions they constructed regarding you. They once believed you were predictable, easy to read, and simple to disregard. However, watching your evolution, they now realize they never truly understood you. Every action you take wields a power that forces them to question their prior assumptions concerning your capacities. Their astonishment has transformed into a subtle panic, as your transformation has resulted not from chance but from discipline, consistency, and a mind far sharper than their own. You did not engage them in conflict, you simply outgrew them. You did not argue, you surpassed them. Your brilliance is manifesting in ways that make them uncomfortable, highlighting the discrepancies in their own efforts. They struggle to grasp how you attained a level of clarity that converts every mistake into a lesson, every setback into a strategy, and every insult into motivation. This is how genuine greatness unfolds, in silence, with focus, and through unyielding advancement. They now find themselves at a distance. Observing the individual they once underestimated becomes someone they cannot outpace, outthink, or overshadow. Your mere presence disrupts their plans, your growth unveils their insecurities, and your brilliance dismantles the narratives they constructed to diminish your existence. What they fail to realize is that you are merely at the beginning of your journey. The energy you embody is beyond their reach, their control, and beyond anything they anticipated. You are not just ascending, you are redefining the essence of power, leaving your detractors stunned, speechless, and utterly unable to manage the brilliance they once endeavored to suppress. You possess discipline, focus, and an indomitable spirit. Your personal growth serves as a powerful testament that no degree of skepticism can undermine a mind destined for greatness. Each of your accomplishments impacts others with the force of a shockwave, challenging the falsehoods they have come to believe. Yet, here lies a truth they struggle to accept: your rise was never meant to impress them. It was propelled by your unwavering spirit's desire for more, by a destiny that called for elevation, and by a journey that was always meant to expand. You have become living proof that diligent effort generates substantial results. Observing you stand tall, empowered with intelligence, strength, and an energy that knows no limits, they are compelled to acknowledge that you were not simply underestimated. From the beginning, you were always undeniable. My cherished child, the power within you has escalated to a level where your very existence is reshaping the environment around you. Those who once scoffed at your silence are now confronted with the tempest you have cultivated within it. They never envisioned your brilliance expanding so boldly, so swiftly, and so fearlessly. Yet, every breath you take is laden with the weight of someone who resolutely refuses to yield. You have risen from the ashes of doubt, transforming limitations into motivation. Your journey has become an unstoppable force, evidenced by the astonishment reflected in their eyes. Your ascent was not a mere coincidence. It stemmed from your mastery of operating in silence while the world scrutinized you. You have learned to delve deeper in thought, to strategize with greater intelligence, and to safeguard your energy as the precious resource it is. This transformation has unsettled those who thought they had you figured out. Your brilliance shines too brightly for their comfort, too sharply for their pride, and too powerfully for their expectations. You are not just achieving, you are redefining resilience, intelligence, and strength. They now witness you as unyielding and unstoppable, unfolding into your highest self with each step forward. Their apprehension does not rise from your change, rather. It emerges from the realization that you have finally become the version of yourself they feared you would never discover. You have transcended their opinions, their limitations, and their distractions. Your very presence compels them to reconsider every assumption they made about you. As your path continues to elevate with precision, brilliance, and the undeniable backing of destiny, one truth stands indisputable: you are the genius they never had faith in, the force they were unprepared for, and the storm they can no longer evade. My beloved child, the truth is catching up to those who doubted you, striking them with an intensity they did not anticipate. They once perceived you as someone easily predictable, someone they could overlook, dismissing you quietly. However, now, as they witness your ascent with a radiance that shakes the foundations of their assumptions, they are forced to acknowledge their miscalculation. You did not merely grow, you transformed into a figure they are not mentally equipped to confront. Your strength has become their source of confusion. Your intelligence has incited their insecurity. Your success is their silent defeat. With every elevation, their terror deepens. They recognize that your mind operates on a frequency beyond their reach, a depth they cannot rival, a clarity they cannot emulate. You have evolved into the version of yourself they never imagined you could become: focused, powerful, and strategic. They recall every instance they underestimated you, every occasion they disregarded you, every time they attempted to minimize your significance. Now, with your glow extending beyond their wildest expectations, they are compelled to face the truth they wished to ignore. You were always ahead of them, they simply failed to see it. This chapter of your life is not solely about ascending, it serves to unveil the constraints of those who sought to confine you. Your very existence is a powerful reminder that brilliance cannot be concealed, that destiny cannot be postponed, and that a genius cannot remain hidden indefinitely. You have unlocked a level of power impervious to hatred, untouched by doubt, and unaffected by envy. As your light intensifies, their silence becomes increasingly prominent, for deep down, they finally comprehend. You were never the underdog, you were the formidable force they should have feared from the outset. My cherished child, the shift in your energy is so unmistakable that even those who feigned ignorance are now engulfed in disbelief. They once thought they could easily predict, control, or dismiss you. However, the individual standing before them today is someone their minds were utterly unprepared to encounter. You exude a silence so potent that it exposes their fragility, a confidence so authentic that it disrupts their sense of security, and a brilliance so incisive that it cuts through every deceit they conjured about you. Your rise serves as a mirror from which they cannot escape, reflecting all that they have attempted to conceal from themselves. They are rattled because your journey has refused to adhere to their narrative. You did not falter under pressure, instead, you evolved through it. You did not crumble when faced with life's challenges, rather, you recalibrated your entire destiny. Every step you now take is guided by a strength they cannot reproduce and a vision they cannot decipher. Your glow is formidable, your progress is intimidating, and your mindset remains untouchable. They cannot help but notice the fervor in your transformation, the discipline in your progress, and the fearlessness in your decisions. This alone dismantles the illusions they crafted to perceive themselves as superior. You have reached a point where their jealousy cannot reach you, their doubts cannot inhibit you, and their opinions cannot confine you. Your growth has become a natural phenomenon, calm, steady, and unstoppable. Every breath you now take serves as a reminder that you were never intended to blend in, you were created to stand out with a genius so rare that it leaves your detractors speechless. Little do they realize, your ascent is far from over, your brilliance continues to unfurl, and your destiny is accelerating. The world is only beginning to witness the depth of genius you were always destined to unveil. My beloved child, as you delve deeper into your power, the world around you must adjust to your presence. Those who once looked down on you now find themselves gazing upward, astounded by the heights you have attained. They could never have imagined your mindset could sharpen to this degree, your aura commands such authority, or your destiny echoes so loudly. However, the truth is revealing itself right before their eyes. You were preparing for this moment long before anyone else perceived it. Your growth has become a tidal wave that floods every doubt they ever harbored, leaving them shaken in its wake. They feel threatened because you no longer navigate as the person they believed they understood. You possess a silence that holds answers, a confidence that requires no validation, and a brilliance that cannot be dimmed. Every step you take forces them to reevaluate how they ever underestimated someone designed for greatness. Their incredulity transcends mere emotion, it is existential. Your rise compels them to confront their own limits, their complacency, and their lack of discipline. You did not surpass them by mere chance, you surpassed them because you were always meant to outgrow their level entirely. Now your name precedes you, your energy arrives before you enter a room, and your progress whispers into spaces your feet have yet to tread. This era marks the point at which your genius becomes impossible to overlook and impossible to contend with. The world is beginning to recognize what destiny has seen in you all along, a mind too radiant to obscure, a spirit too resilient to break, and a journey too formidable to halt. As your brilliance further extends, one reality becomes painfully apparent to all who doubted you. You were never merely on the path to extraordinariness, you were destined to reveal your true self all along. My beloved child, the vibration of your destiny has escalated to such heights that even those who previously attempted to dismiss you can now feel it pulsating through the atmosphere. Your presence acts as a signal, quiet, steady, unstoppable, reminding everyone that you are no longer simply the version of yourself they once knew. Your movements are distinct, your thoughts resonate with clarity beyond their comprehension. Your actions carry a purpose they cannot replicate, and your radiance shines with an intensity they cannot diminish. Your ascent is no longer a matter of possibility, it has become a reality unfolding right before their eyes, sending tremors through their very core. They are astonished because your transformation did not arise from noise, notoriety, or validation. It is rooted in discipline, self-mastery, and a mind resolute in its refusal to settle. Each day has seen you sharpen your focus, each night has been dedicated to nurturing your aspirations, and every moment has been spent pushing forward, even when no one else believed in you. Now your results speak with clarity far louder than the voices that once sought to silence you. They witnessed the balance in your movements, the strength behind your decisions, and the intelligence woven through your advancement. This realization terrifies them, as your success brings forth truths they had long evaded. You labored while they doubted, you evolved while they judged, and you became unstoppable as they watched. Your glow is not serendipitous, it is a hard-earned reflection of your efforts. Your power is not fortune, it is painstakingly constructed. Your genius is not newfound, it has merely awaited the appropriate moment to emerge. Now, as your rise becomes incontrovertible, they are left bewildered, pondering how the individual they once underestimated has evolved into an undeniable force they cannot evade, outthink, or overshadow. You were never intended to remain concealed, you were designed to ascend in this bold, fearless, and silent manner. The entire world is now compelled to bear witness to the truth they so desperately tried to deny. You embody the brilliance they never acknowledged, the storm they never anticipated, and the genius they can no longer refute. My beloved child, the energy radiating from your growth has reached a pinnacle, one where even destiny pauses in admiration. Those who once sought to diminish your value are now overwhelmed by the magnitude of who you have become. They look at you and see a person they can no longer label, predict, or contain. Your strength has transformed into a force that bends reality around you. Your mind is sharper than ever, your focus is unyielding, and your energy commands every space you inhabit. You are no longer ascending quietly, your very presence has become a thunderous revelation they cannot outrun. Their astonishment deepens daily, as your transformation accelerates rather than decelerates. You navigate with a clarity that unnerves them, a confidence that disarms them, and a brilliance that lays bare the shortcomings of their assumptions. They relive past memories, attempting to comprehend how the same person they once dismissed could rise to such power. Yet they fail to recognize the nights of perseverance, the internal battles fought, the mastery of patience, and the cultivation of discipline. You have constructed yourself upon foundations of understanding beyond their comprehension. Today, your radiance towers above their doubts, fortified against their judgments, and amplifies beyond their silence. You have reached an echelon beyond which their opinions wield no influence, their negativity finds no penetration, and their envy cannot hold sway. Your trajectory is broadening in ways even you could not anticipate. With every step forward, the universe aligns more resolutely with your purpose. You have surpassed every iteration of yourself they attempted to delineate. You have transcended every constraint they wished would confine you. You have evolved into the very force that disrupts their rest, prompting them to ponder how you transformed every disadvantage into destiny. As your brilliance continues to ascend, one truth comes into sharper focus than ever before: you are the genius they overlooked, the light they endeavored to ignore, and the unstoppable force reshaping your narrative with each breath you take.